Hey, what's up, my Spartan Warriors? Chris Stewart from Buns and Roses here on this week's intERUPTION, the weekly series where we interrupt the way that we normally think so we can erupt into the lives that we want and we truly deserve. All right, so you can probably tell by my fancy leopard scarf here, we're still in the dead of winter right now. It's December 23rd, 2016. We're coming to the end of the year, and we're also coming towards Christmas, right? So what we're going to talk about today is gifts. Gifts part 2, because we already had gifts part 1 back in, I think it was video number 2. But what we're talking about today is going to be gifts. Those are your personal gifts. You know, as we're getting closer to Christmas and all these people are just, the holidays are tough because a lot of people want to buy gifts for people that they can't afford. And they think that by buying a certain gift, it will make that person think more of them, or, that it'll make them happier, or all these things. And, we're not talking about that kind of gift today. Today we're talking about the gift of you. That's right. So as we look at that, I thought to myself, like, what would be, like a great idea, and I got this inspiration because I sent my mom a text about a week ago saying, hey, Mom, what do you want for Christmas, right? And she responds back, you. A typical mom answer, right? Okay, we got you, Mom. Good one. But, that got me thinking, that is really the best gift that we can give people this year. And it all kind of depends on, like, well, what is your gift? A lot of people are like, well, I don't have any gifts to give of myself. But you do. And if you're clean and sober this year, that is a gift in itself. Am I right? I am. So let's just be grateful for that, if that's your aspect. If that isn't something that you deal with and you're just watching this video to get inspired about your life, then think about the things that you do have to be grateful for, right? Because those are the gifts that, for me, I wouldn't trade my sobriety as a gift for anything. That was a gift to me. But when we're talking about gifts and the things that we can actually give people, we look at what is, I kind of break it down to the first 3 things. Like, what is it about you in 3 things kind of that make you special? And most people have the gift of either listening, or they have the gift of speaking, or they have the gift of writing, things like that. And from that you can, diverse into other things. Maybe you're a great artist, maybe you're a great chef, maybe, all these things. Everybody has their own unique gift. Mine, I'm good at speaking and I'm good at writing, right? So those are the ways that, and you know that too, if you ever get a text from me or a letter or a poem or something, like, it's not just a little blurb, like I'm giving you the whole deal, right? Like, you're going to know exactly how I feel in the way that I write to you. And also in the way that I communicate, because in my world, everybody has worth, everybody has purpose, everybody has value, and everybody is loved. And I try to communicate that either through my voice or in my writing to each person that I talk to on a daily basis, because that's what's important to me, and that's the gift that I get to give. Now, there's a great movie. It's called Good Will Hunting. And in this movie, it has Ben Affleck and Matt Damon and Robin Williams. Rest in peace, Robin Williams. And, his gift to us was laughter. By his acting. I always thought he was a great, funny actor. Serious, he was good, okay, but when he was funny, that's when you really got Robin Williams, in my opinion. But anyway, in this movie, right, the whole premise is that they're from South Boston, so they come from poverty, right, and a lot of drugs and a lot of hardships in their neighborhood. And Matt Damon has this gift where he can solve, like, math problems. And I won't get into the whole movie, but basically he has a special gift that allows him to be able to get out of Southie, right, and make a life for himself. And one day he's sitting around with Ben Affleck, and, they're popping some BS. That's my Boston accent. And, and they're at a construction site. And Ben asks Matt, he goes, hey, what's going on with those job interviews that you had, like, for those good jobs? And he said, oh, man, I don't care about that stuff, man. I don't want to be a monkey in the, in the cubicle world, and I don't want to do this and that. He says, I figured we'll just hang out, in like the next 20 years, I'll work construction with you, and then our kids will grow up, and they'll play Little League together, and we'll be neighbors, and this and that. And Ben Affleck looks at him, and he goes, you want to be working construction with me for the next 20 years, and we're going to raise our kids, and play Little League and be neighbors and watch the Patriots games and shit like that? And he says, yeah, man. He goes, if that's the case, he goes, you know what, I'm just going to kill you right now. I'm your best friend, and I'm going to tell you this, don't take offense, but I will kill you right now. You have a gift. You have a gift that you can get out of this neighborhood, man. You can do that, and it would be an insult to me as your best friend if you stayed here in Southie and continued to work construction with me. He goes, anybody in this neighborhood would give $1 million or more to have your gift. And that's the message that I want to give you guys today, because that's how I feel, and I will be your best friend and tell you that. If you have a gift, you need to get out there and share it, because the rest of the world needs it. And whether or not that's speaking, whether or not that's writing, whether or not that's listening. My friend Cambria, Her two gifts, in my opinion, are listening and caregiving. Like, nobody else beats her in those two areas, in my opinion, right? She's great. She can listen and process everything right away and give people a message of hope. And she's also a great caregiver. You know, she loves to take care of people in whatever capacity that is. And I'm sure that if you're watching this video, you know you have that. And a lot of addicts and alcoholics, they hide that gift because they're afraid to share it. They're afraid what will happen if they share it. So I'm calling you out today and saying, if you got a gift, use it. Let that be your gift this year at the holidays, right? Whether or not, if you're a caregiver, you're a chef, you're whatever it is that you are, you know, get out there and give that gift, because that's what people want to see. You're giving hope to other people, you know. And I'll make this tangible for you, right? Right now, there's a woman that I help out. She's about 64 years old. She's homeless, and you know, she really has nothing. And I go down and I help her out with like her phone bill, and you know, I take her out to lunch and things like that. And every month she draws a picture for me. And I'll show you. Here's her artwork. Okay, you ready for this? Check this out. How amazing is that? She's not a trained artist. She sits in a park with a scratch pad and a few broken down pencils, and that's the kind of stuff that she freehands, okay? And I go down and I say to her, you know, you have this gift. Draw me more pictures like this. Let me put them on the internet and sell them, and we can get you money to get out of this situation. And she don't want to do it. No, that's my art. I don't want to share it. I don't want people to see it. I don't want people to buy it. I'm like, but you live in a park. You don't want to get out of the park? Well, yeah, I want to get out of the park. I said, well, then share your gift. Don't be like that. You know what I mean? I don't know how much longer she's going to stay down there. I'll continue to help her out as much as I can, but, you know, the thing is, if you have a gift and you're not sharing it, that same kind of scenario will happen to you, where you will just isolate yourself and you'll be miserable because you're not sharing what's in your heart. That's the gift, you know. And if you don't have a gift, you know what to do, right? Call me up, and I'll help you find your gift. 703-786-1539. Call me up. Send me a text. Shoot me a message over here at the Buns and Roses Baking Company website. You know what I mean? Everybody has a gift, and I will help you find it if you don't know what yours is, because I want you to be able to share that with people and see how that transforms your life into this amazing experience that you probably thought wasn't even possible. Okay, that's this week's talk. Now let's get to the poetry, shall we? Because this is another one of my favorite things to do. So this one is a great example of when I was out in the streets and I wanted to share my gift, but I didn't know what it was. And I thought that maybe I was just a waste of human space. And so I wrote this. And I hope that this maybe inspires somebody, you know, to send in a poem or to send in some artwork or to, you know, help somebody out, because this is what it was all about for me, right? And it was me wanting to know what my gift was, wanting to share a gift, and not being able to because I was stuck in this addiction misery where I only felt sorry for myself and I never gave myself the chance or never heard the message of hope. Okay? Anyway, I call this Low Life on Highland Street. It's for all my Spartan warriors out there in Hollywood. Yeah! There I was sitting there outside of Playboy Liquor. Middle of the afternoon. Brown bag was making me sicker. LA Weekly was patching up the holes in my shoes. A million Hollywood wannabes walking by thinking they were cool. Through a window I saw a lady half naked passed out. On the floor was her baby, who saw me and started to shout. A life so tragic, but see, I have big dreams. I got another brown bag and I hit the streets. I hit Clinton and looked for a place to hide. Behind a bush on Los Palmas, I loaded my pipe. I have dreams and nothing is going to stop me. I go to work every day ripping off porno mags and looking pretty. I used to feel shame, but now Tina comforts thee. No time for feelings, no time for fun. My life stinks. A girl with track marks all over her sleeps on my front seat. I can't make her mine. 1,000 dirty men have already tried. But when I'm sick, she gets me well. And when she was raped again, I promise not to tell. I have big dreams, and one day you'll know my name. But today I need a drink, and I need to ease this pain. The motel room has but one saving grace. Someone stole the mirror, so I can't see my face. Hollywood Boulevard, boy toy junkie kid that no one sees. God, for all I've done, please come help me. I get it. If you're going through this right now, man, you don't see a way out, I get it. That's the proof right there. You know, I wrote that years ago. But I don't live like that anymore. You know what I mean? I asked for help, and I got the help that I needed. I've overcome that, and now I'm giving gifts every single day. And they all just come from me. They don't come from my pocket. They don't come from my bank account. Sure, I give some gifts like that too, but the main gift I give is me being me to everybody that I meet, to give them hope and give them inspiration. And I hope that's what I do for you in these videos. All right. That's all we got for this week. I hope you guys were able to get some value out of that. I hope you got some inspiration out of that, some motivation out of that. And remember, everybody in my world has purpose, everybody has worth, everybody has value, and everybody is love. So get out there and be that inner eruption this week. Have a great Christmas, everybody, or Hanukkah, or whatever it is that you celebrate. Guys, just have a great holiday, okay? All right, I'll see you guys next week. And remember, rock on. God bless. Take care.